All right, we are back in our math packet for this week, and we're going to be looking at the word problems page. If you get done with that, if you flip it straight open, then there's just problems to work, and you have an answer bank up here. All right, so there's only 4 word problems today, so hopefully they won't take you too long. Now, if you remember, the last time we did word problems, I told everyone to be a careful reader. And I told everybody to underline or highlight important things. I realize on the computer you can't, but that also means you can take notes on your paper. I told everyone to rewrite it mathematically. Some people might even say make an equation. That is what high schoolers would say. And then N is number the parts. So this is only if it is asking more than one question. All right. Today's probably will only be asking one question, but let's start with being a careful reader. Sam ate 3/4 a pie. Duke ate 1/8. Okay, yes, oh yes, I forgot an E. Forgive me. 1/8 a pie. How much did they eat together? All right. Now, you will have word problems on the quiz, but remember, we're only adding and subtracting. When I see a word problem with fractions, I don't say the fractions. All right. Sam ate some pie. Duke ate part of a pie. How much did they eat all together? All together is a key word. All right. If you don't say, as soon as you say the fractions, you don't know what to do. All right. So if Sam ate part of a pie and Luke ate part of a pie, how much did they eat all together? We're adding. All right. This is an add word. All right. So 3/4 of pie is important. 1/8 of pie is important. All together is important. We are adding. All right. When we did division, I had you write words or initials or something to say what's dividing. But with this, I don't care. Just rewrite it, the equation, 3/4 plus 1/8. Okay, that's rewriting it. Now, do you have room to work it out here? Probably not. Okay, if you want to work out to the side or if you want to get a scrap sheet of paper, that's fine. And if you're like me, you rewrite it up and down. So if I was going to do it, I would come over here, write 3/4 plus 1/8. Okay, what is the next step? Anyone? Somebody raise your hand. Seriously, somebody raise your hand. Okay, you tell me, what's the next step?
You find the closest common.
It is a common denominator. How do you find a common denominator?
You do the multiples.
You do the multiples. All right. So we have to find the common denominator, and we want to find the lowest one. If you find the lowest one, chances are you do not have to reduce. It makes your life easier. All right. Do not confuse multiples with factors. All right. Factors is when I'm reducing, and I'm drawing the little lines up on top. This is multiples. I'm just taking my denominator, 4, and I'm doing my 4s. 4 times 1 is 4. Nope, doesn't work with 8. 4 times 2 is 8. Ding, 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 ding. That definitely works with 8. So I'm going to go to 8 out to the side. All right, then you say, what do I multiply in the middle? Okay, 4 times 2 is 8. All right, but this has to be a fraction that's equal to 1 because I don't want it to change the value. So that means it has to be not just 2, it has to be 2/2. And on this one, it's 8, so I'm not changing anything. So I can either bring the 1 over, or I can say 1 over 1. 1 over 1, 2 over 2, those are both equal to 1, so these are equivalent fractions. So let's do our math. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 2 is 6. I'm adding. 6 plus 1 is 7 over 8. Then you have to see if you can reduce. Well, 7, this is where the factors come in, is only 1 and 7. Nothing times 7 is 8, so it is reduced or simplified as far as it could go. Now, part 2 is a question on, it's kind of like a part B of number 1. How much more did Sam eat than Duke? So we're still taking these numbers, and you're saying how much more? Okay, now, when you think of fractions, you're going to answer that wrong, because you think more means one process. But let's say, Piper is how old? 10. Anybody in here older than 10? How old are you?
11.
Tanner's 11, Piper's 10. How much more is Tanner than Piper? How do you figure that out?
1 year.
How do you figure that out? You subtract. Same thing. All right. If you're wanting to know how much more, you're going to subtract. So you're going to take these same numbers. Sam goes first. Or wait, how much more did Sam eat than Duke? So Sam goes first, Duke goes second, and you subtract. All right. So Sam is 3/4, and Duke is 1/8. Now, here's the kicker. Do I already have the common denominators figured out for these two numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, do I already have the actual equivalent fractions that I'm going to use for these two fractions?
Yeah.
Yeah, so setup should be pretty easy because you've already done it. 6/8 minus 1/8. Go figure. I'm going to let you do 3 and 4 on your own. When you get done with those, you can go back and work this page. The answer should be on top. I want you trying to do this by yourself. It will be good practice for tomorrow. It already tells you the lowest common denominator. You don't even have to find your factors. Or not your factors, I'm sorry, your multiples. You already know you're going to be taking 2 and 1/9 and 7/6. And you're going to be taking them to 18. It gives you that information. You just have to find what fraction equal to 1 you multiply by to get there. All right? And like I said, there's an answer key. Your answers have to be up there. Look, they're not even reduced. All right? So good luck. Happy math.